Hello, it's me, Orange, and that's Lulu, and we are the TheCuteGamers. Today we're gonna be reacting to some very, what do I want to call it? Controversial, figure on media. We're gonna be reacting to some TikToks of Andrew Tate that we were able to find, and then we're gonna give you our opinions on him at the end. So let's get right into that. Okay, so me and Lulu, let's get into the first clip.
If you take two people, one believes in ghosts and one doesn't, and you put them both in haunted houses, and in the middle of the night there's a bang. The person who believes in ghosts is now terrified. There's a ghost, they're calling an exorcist, they're panicking in the room, they're hiding. The person who doesn't believe in ghosts goes wind and goes back to sleep. It's the same noise, it's the same scenario, but it's the belief in their mind that and ruins their life. It's the belief in their mind that turns against them. And I've said this many times. I don't even give a shit about right and wrong. You can tell me depression's, you can give me with every scientific proof in the world, depression, but I refuse to believe in things that take my power away from me. I'm only going to construct a mental model that allows me to be as powerful as possible. If believing in the idea of depression is going to take my own power away, then I won't believe in it. I don't want to believe in things that make me weak.
So did bro just compare depression to believing in ghosts?
I don't know.
That's very, very, interesting, but, did bro really just compare depression to ghosts? I don't think that's how that works. I think depression is more of an emotional thing, and ghosts is more of a, just like a thing like that. There's a difference between beliefs and emotions, I believe.
Depression's paranormal now.
Yeah, depression's paranormal now. If you don't believe in the depression, it can't exist. Okay.
I can't see you, so you're not real.
Okay, next clip.
But I understand now that all of the media is saying I'm a bad guy. And I'm not even telling the world all the good I do, because I don't think that's the right thing to do. I think you should just give from the goodness of your heart, not for attention. But that's unfair for people to be saying I'm a bad person when I run a shelter for dogs in Romania because of the stray dog problem. Because of the fact that I just recently rebuilt an entire orphanage, because there's an orphanage problem in Romania. There'll be a plaque called the Tate Orphanage on this orphanage, and you can see here messages of thank yous from the children and the woman who's running it. I did this months ago, before anybody disliked me. I didn't even tell anybody. I just rebuilt an orphanage and didn't use it for positive PR, didn't try and put it on the internet and get a good spin from it, didn't try to get likes. I was just trying to help people. The fact that the only charitable act I've ever advertised was their Instagram post. So I find it very hypocritical when these hate mobs come and say I'm a bad person, when I'm the one who's out here spending his money and time trying to help the world. And all they're doing is telling their followers to insult me on my Instagram page.
Okay, so before I say anything about that clip, it's gonna have to get fact-checked for definitely. I'm not 100% sure, I'm not gonna say too much, but I'll have to do some research on if Tate really owns a dog shelter and helped rebuild an orphanage. But yeah, very, 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 it's just is his voice kind of like annoying? I don't know, like the way he talks is a little bit annoying, ain't it?
Yeah, but I can relate.
Okay, next clip.
Being a female would be a disaster. Yeah, okay, if you're a beautiful female, thank you. If you're a beautiful female, you get some advantages in life. Of course you do, because beauty is a currency. But the idea of actually living life as a female, there's no conquest. There's nothing. I mean, what do you really do? You get a guy, you love your guy, maybe you get some nice meals, you buy a handbag, you get pregnant at the end. There's no conquest. There's no domination. So being a female would suck. But you're sitting here jealous because a female gets to ride in a nice car and you can't buy one.
bro, what was that face he made halfway through? And I don't think being a woman would be that boring, would it?
It depends how your life is.
Yeah, well,
If you're like a broke person, I almost said something really bad. But if you're a broke person, then I mean, yeah, it's gonna be boring.
Yeah, well, no, well, what he was saying, like, was woman with beauty, right? They did a lot of things. How would that be boring? Like, I wish I could just have things handed to me.
I mean,
maybe I need to become a beautiful woman.
you're a beautiful man.
Transition coming soon. God, okay. Next.
Transition reveal.
Okay, next clip.
Day in the gym, I walk in, it was 4 Bosnian men. I was a child, in this tiny little terrible gym. And he said, "Can you fight?" And I said, "Yeah, I've done karate for a few years." That I got knocked clean out on my first day, of course. And I guess they expected me to never come back, but I kept coming back. And my coach said to me, "Look, I want to put you into a fight." And he took me down to a town called Southend-on-Sea. And my first fight wasn't kickboxing, my first fight was actually MMA. And I was fighting a 24-year-old security doorman. Being a stupid American, I thought pounds and kilos were the same. I weighed in at 82 kilo, he weighed in at 90 kilo, which is an 8 kilo difference. And I was like to my coach, "Is that a big difference?" He's like, "No, don't worry about it." I was like, okay. But thinking back, a 20-pound difference is a big difference in fighting. And I got in there and I won. I didn't win necessarily through skill, but I just kept going. Towards the end, I'm just on top of him, just punch him in the face. From there, my coach was like, "Okay, you have some potential."
Okay, so interesting. Other men making clips about a man, talking about how strong he is. That's very interesting. Kind of suspicious.
Very, very fruity.
Very fruity indeed. And the fact that he had to mention at the beginning there that he was in a room full of men.
4 Bosnian men.
Yeah, 4 Bosnian men. Huge Bosnian.
Sounds like you said something that you might like, huh?
Next clip.
Matthew 7:24-7. Everyone who hears these words of mine and does them will be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain fell and the floods came and the winds blew and beat on that house, but it did not fall because it had been founded on the rock. And everyone who hears these words of mine and does not do them will be like the foolish man who built his house on the sand. And the rain fell, and the floods came, and the wind blew and beat against the house, and it fell, and a great fall it was.
Okay, so, I feel like building your house on a rock, on one singular rock, wouldn't exactly work, but, that's...
It's an anime, dude. It's an anime. You can't question it.
And then, it's from the Bible. You definitely can't question that. Okay.
Oh, no, you can't.
But, let's see, also, the flood came,
Hot. That's really hot.
I'm sorry, but Tristan, what are you talking about, here?
I didn't know floods could come.
Okay, next clip,
I haven't been IKEA in a long time. IKEA is the most depressing place on the planet. What if I went to IKEA about 3 years ago, and I genuinely think it was one of the most depressing experiences of my life.
Yeah, that place fucking
I saw
sucks.
full-grown men.
It's so busy and shit too.
And
it's a maze.
I saw full-grown men on a Sunday morning walking around.
How about the IKEA hot dogs though?
They're all right.
They're pretty good.
But the sadness in the eyes of the full-grown man on a Sunday morning walking around, and his wife is like picking up a towel. "You want this towel or this towel?" And you can see he doesnn't give a solitary fuck. It's his only day off. It's his only day off.
It's
He's
sad.
been working for 6 days, and she's like, "We need to go IKEA, Steve." And he's like, "Oh,
can't we not go? We need towels, Steve. He's like, oh, maybe I might get laid next month if I go IKEA. And he's standing there, and she's like, which towel, Steve? And he's the guy like carrying the baby. Oh, I don't know, which one do you like, babe? I'm like, oh, this whole place is just depressing me. I can't get out. It's a maze, and everyone's fucking sexless and depressed. It's fucking horrible.
Fuck, man.
Interesting last clip, if I do say so myself. That was really interesting. Very interesting. I did laugh at it some, but it's kind of true, maybe a little bit. I'm trying not to agree with a human trafficker right now, but let's see. I've never been to IKEA. Like, I've never been to IKEA, so I wouldn't know what that's like. But, for you guys who have been to IKEA, comment down below if you've seen anything like that before. Yeah. I guess we'll see you guys in the next video, or something. Lulu, have anything you want to say? Lulu's dead.
Yeah. I'm checking my notifications. But yeah, whatever you said.
Whatever you
This is a
said.
boring video.
Oh, God. What I said was, do you have anything that you have to say? But that's a little bit too past the time now. So, if you liked today's video, like, subscribe, do all that crazy stuff, and make sure to comment down below. Lulu does not know how to make a proper video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.